In today's final episode of Eden Crafters, I have the best advice. Always remember to breathe, guys. I have the best names for things. That thing is just like a giant interrupting bastard. And I have the best landing ever. We land? Perfect. It's a perfect landing. Hello and welcome back to Eden Crafters, the Ocean World prologue here. We're slowly getting through this little prologue. I've built up a little bit since last stream. I've automated the frames, for example, or whatever they are, the things. I've got some refined cobalt going on over there, which takes water, actually. So just get a little bit of the other things. I've also found a bit of a bug here with the rubber production. So it seems to just be producing rubber and not the rubber belts. So for some reason, whenever there was just one bit of rubber in here, it would chuck the rubber out on the conveyor, and then as a result, it filled the container up with mostly rubber, but it's done some of the belts. There's definitely some kind of bug going on with that. Hopefully they'll fix that. Anyway, I'm sort of working around it. It does mean that automating anything that uses rubber belts makes automating it impossible at the moment, so I'm not going to worry about that. I built a little platform and was just playing around with this sort of voxel box here to see what you could do, and you can, well, it's basically like Minecraft, you can pretty much build anything. We've got the big solar panels up here now, so I've taken all the windmills down, which means next wave, we've got nothing out here that will get destroyed by the wave now. These things will survive the wave, which is good. So we're going to try and blast our way through the objectives next. So this is things like building a container V2 to unlock shelves and warehouses. Warehouse description is interesting. When you build something, the necessary items will be taken first from the stored in the warehouse. Does that mean it's like proxy crafting or proxy building, at least? Anyway, that seems good. That seems good, right? Anyway, the vehicle energy cell unlocks the controller and the steamroller. Terraforming vehicle used to flatten or smooth the ground efficiently. That's great, because one of the things that kind of puts me off of building a big sort of you know, automated factory that's neat and tidy is the terrain going all lumpy and stuff, so we can steamroll it all to one level. Well, that's going to help that plan, isn't it? That sounds great. Okay, and the next then is escape from the planet, which we're not going to do that. We're going to deviate the moon, right? So we got basalt concrete now, because I set that up just over there. You could just about make it out. Can't quite see it, but I set up basalt concrete. The next is to build a warehouse tier 2. Maybe I need to the warehouse tier 1, basically, and then the rocket launch site, and finally the grappling rocket. We're going to see if we can do that. Meanwhile, in the sort of construction menu here, we have this thing, the area fertilizer, which takes a bunch of filters and rotors, which means we're going to need more sulfur for the filters and stuff like that. Other than that, I think we've pretty much got everything here unlocked. I suppose this is all decorative furniture and stuff like that, which we don't necessarily need, but we could play with if we were to, you know, build something nice. I want to build something nice. I'd want that steamroller first. But yeah, I want to give this a go and see how well that works compared to these little guys, the ground fertilizers. The area fertilizer would probably, assumingly, do the whole island and stuff anyway. But yeah, okay, so first of all, let's concentrate on doing some objectives here. So vehicle energy cells and the version 2 container. Version 2 container is easy enough. There we go. And that unlocks the shelf and the warehouse. Let's have a look at the warehouse now. There it is. Ooh, look at the cost of that. That's huge. I think that is absolutely massive. All right, let's get these materials. Oh, yeah, that's a beast of a building. Look at the size of this. Oh, my God. Yeah. So, actually, if we had, like... It is basically an all-in-one logistics solution, like ready-made. These are all input conveyors. Look at this thing. Oh, my gosh. That's so awesome. And it's going. It's going. The T1 warehouse. This looks like some kind of freaking admin building. I can't climb these stairs, though. We have to wait until it's finished. Oh, there we go. Little jump. There we go. It's done. So that's just unlocked the rocket launch site we just saw. Okay. So... should I just chuck everything in? And presumably I can chuck it all in a merger. I can do a merger here, right? Hang on, that's a splitter. Merger. That's the ticket. Put a merger like that. Is that lined up? It is now. Not enough. What? Iron plate? I suppose I did just spend all my iron plate on that, didn't I? Here's one thing that kind of irritates me about this game is that it lets you actually select the thing and put a hologram down before it tells you don't have the resources. And I know it says in the top right whether you've got the materials or not, but unless I'm looking in the top right, I'm not noticing that, all right? I'm not noticing that. Right, can I have that connect to that? Is that connected? I think so. All right, so we've got 3 boxes here, 3 inputs. Awkwardly, I have to get one on the other side. In theory, actually, what I should do, put the merger further down. Right, there we go. So everything is merging now. It's just going to take a while, but that is 3 items going into that warehouse, which I assume now means that this will work, like I say, like proxy crafting, right? That's cool. So we've unlocked the warehouse tier 2 now and the rocket launch site. The warehouse tier 2 takes 30 circuit boards. That's okay. I'm going to build a assembling machine, connect the silica and the copper plate to that. And that will now make circuit boards. And then output that to a box. All right, so we just have to give this time now. Still 100% power, so that's good. Well, after setting up a bunch of extra logistics to try and pump every other resource that I have been manufacturing into this warehouse, I can safely say, with zero doubt whatsoever, that logistics in this game needs some serious work. I mean, if you're used to games like Satisfactory, where containers work, mergers and splitters work, and things like group storage and stuff like that works, I mean, I don't know why that has stopped. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna go breathe. Oh no, this is probably gonna hurt me. Eek! Always get lost away in building and then forget to breathe. Always remember to breathe, guys. There's one thing in life, you know, there's one tip I can give you for, you know, a successfully living. That's breathe. Like, I mean, these have stopped. These have stopped. The warehouse clearly isn't full. I mean, I don't know whether they have a set number of stacks, but it seems inconsistent as hell. I mean, we've got 20 beams and a stack 0.1 of the refined cobalt. Yeah, that conveyor stopped. This one's stopped now. Could it only take like 1 input at a time if 1 belt's going? I don't know. Anyway, the point is it's broke. And also I had a weird thing where I had a conveyor coming out of this one and a conveyor coming out of this one. This one's clearly plate, that one's clearly concrete, but this one was spitting out concrete for some reason. Not plate. Anyway, yeah, there's definitely some weird bugs going on, and I'm hoping the developers will get to that at some point soon. Anyway, here comes a big wave. That's all fun and games. I was really hoping that I'd use the warehouse as a proximity crafting logistics thing, but at this point I'm kind of like, meh. I don't think it really works properly, so I don't think it's going to happen. Let's get... does this thing survive Gans planet for large ore deposits? I might wait until after the wave before that thing. Because that thing is just like a giant interrupting bastard. I can't wait to get the moon rocket to drag that moon away and stop these giant waves. Then I'll be able to actually build some stuff. But yeah, as you can see, I've got a logistical spaghetti bolognese going on. And just like a real logistical spaghetti bolognese, it doesn't work. The conveyors everywhere. It's beautiful in its own little way. Anyway, as you guys quite rightly pointed out, I don't die when just standing in front of the wave, because I'm awesome and immortal. There's the rocket launch site, 200 beams, 400 concrete, 40 computers, and 30 rotors. So, yeah, I mean, the rotors I can't automate because of the rubber problem. The computers, I think they're a little bit complicated as well. I'm not sure if there's a machine that can actually make the computers yet, because I think it takes 4 parts, and these only produce... I'll take two inputs, right? Anyway, I was getting a little scannery thing. Where is it? There it is. Okay, you. Analysis radar. What does that do? Oh, hello. There's an analysis. I want sulfur, and I see a grand total of no sulfur anywhere. Somebody said there were sulfur deposits. Liars! Liars! The lying liar faces. Unless it's like the opposite side of the island and this thing's out of range. But I'm assuming this is showing me all the deposits on this island, right? Oh, shut the front door. How do I get over there? They're over there. Guy, what the hell am I supposed to do that? Large sulfur deposits. Over here, look. On the other island. On the other island. Right. Does that mean I need to get my spaceship running? Because one of the things I have here is getting vehicle energy cells, right? Yeah. Vehicle energy cells. That requires sulfur as well, I think. Vehicle energy cells. Oh, we can make one. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Can we fly? 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 Hang on, I need to dump a bunch of stuff in my inventory here that I don't need. Well, actually, you can stack. Let me sort this. Don't need glass. I'll probably need like a few more rods. Let's think about this, because I need one of these. 4 gears. Sulfur doesn't refine into anything, so it's literally one of those into a box, right? Unless I put it into a warehouse, because then if I put it into a warehouse, does the logistical power of a warehouse stretch across the island? This is the question. So if I take materials enough for another warehouse over there and pump the sulfur into that, I'll be able to access it all the way over here. Let's find out. Okay, no energy. Well, I can maybe address that. About 3 minutes, 20 seconds. I'm going to need more than just one energy cell. Fair enough. Crap. I don't have any extra sulfur left. Fortunately, I haven't ripped off all the sulfur from this island yet. There we go. 2 more, and we got 10 minutes of flight time. All right, so go up. All right, hang on. There we go. Look around. Go down. All right. Oh, okay. So it just sinks. We're flying, people. We're flying, people. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. It's now bound to the mouse. It wasn't bound to the mouse, but now it's bound to the mouse. All right. There we go. How do we decelerate? Do we just... Okay, this is a very lumpy island. I don't know where the sulfur deposit's on here. I think there's one... Hang on. That looks like one there. Here we go. We land? Perfect. It's a perfect landing. What is that? Uranium. High capacity batteries. Okay, you're copper. You're not sulfur. You look like iron. Where there was a sulfur deposit in there somewhere. Okay, it's just over there. Right. Uranium. Uranium. So everything we kind of wanted, I suppose, as well, is over here on this island. Here we go. Here's oh, hello, cheeky. No. That. Thank you. That, thank you. And you go on that sulfur deposit, please. Thank you, boss. And then we want a great warehouse here, so we get the logistical power of the warehouse. And I may as well, seeing as there might be uranium here, although none of the deposits. The map doesn't say any deposits, so I don't know, maybe not. No uranium deposits. So uranium might just be like bits on the ground, you know? Alright. So, new warehouse. I love the little crane up there. We are building a warehouse. Okay, I'm hoping this works, guys. If it doesn't, then what's the point of life? Right. Now, why aren't you working? Does the power not transfer over to this island? No power. Great. I'm guessing logistics doesn't go over here either then. Alright, have I got enough of anything here? I do. Yes, I do. I won't be able to have enough for a battery though, but I don't need this thing running all the time, right? Just a single solar panel should do it. Okay. Let's have a little look around for some uranium. music reminds me of Tamriel. All right, so I've picked up about 2 stacks of uranium, and the warehouse is filling up quite nicely with the sulfur there. Let's head back. I've got 20 on me just in case, you know, this doesn't work. But it's quite easy to get back here anyway. Let's get back and see if we can access that sulfur. Back at home. I suspect because the power grid isn't shared over here that we can't. I think, you know, it's per island kind of thing. Okay, so up. And then... Oh. Very quickly, suddenly binds itself to the mouse. Oh, and don't press shift. Shift is like point up. I think you might be better off just flying this with the keyboard and leaving the mouse alone, you know, sometimes. Anyway, here we go. At least we can park it in a better space now. There we go. We have returned and a successful landing of our weird-ass little spaceship. Alright, cool. So we got the uranium. Next I want to build... And we got the sulfur, right? So let's see. Does the sulfur transfer island-wide? We will be able to tell by saying, yes, 320 sulfur ore. It does. Absolutely elite put in that warehouse over there. We have proxy crafting for days. Can I have 10 filters, please? And 4 rotors. Oh wait, I can't queue that up. Hang on. Let me do it. Filters first, then rotors. Of course, I would have iron plate enough to build all the filters if this warehouse here was actually working. But it doesn't seem to be importing any of the plate. And certainly this conveyor here doesn't seem to be working anymore. Let me see if I can take it out and put it back in again, whether that'll do it. Because sometimes these conveyors just seem to get, like, stuck, you know? And there's stuff on the conveyor is just transforming and morphing and moving all over the place. Yeah, it's balked. I'm hoping that the time between this prologue and actual release, they will fix these things. But yeah, right now, it doesn't leave a great impression, I've got to admit. If you're going to make a factory crafting game where automation is kind of king, you kind of need to make the automation work. I don't know, maybe that's just me. All right, so we've got the area fertilizer. Crikey, this thing's big. Ow. Okay. Area fertilizer, large area. I need to be near water. Let's go over there. All right, this area will do. We'll put in... Oh, so what do we need to put into this thing? Organic and... water. I'll put it over here, so, you know, it's far away from everything, but... yeah, I need an organic input. Oh, I didn't realize that. Damn it. Okay, well, we can get the water at least. All right, I've just connected the world's most ridiculously long and stupid conveyor to that from one of my original greenhouses. Rather than building another greenhouse and another pump to feed the greenhouse to produce the organic to feed this thing. Okay, so once that starts doing stuff, be interested to see how that affects the overall greenness of the area around there. But, okay, so the next thing is the rocket launch pad. This chappy. 44 beams, 30 rotors, 40 computers, and 400 basalt concrete. Well, the beams and the basalt we should have. The rotors should be doable, and the computers, well, with all the circuit boards I've been making, hopefully also doable. Alrighty, well, I did it anyway, and we have a rocket launch site. Oh, this is a big boy. This is a big fella, and it's going to be interesting. What is the cost? I had to empty my entire inventory to have the 400 concrete required for this thing. So that took a bit, and that's including what I had in the warehouse as well, which I had to like trim down specifically for the beams and the concrete. So I had to move everything out of the warehouse into other containers, disconnect the other logistics and stuff like that, just to get enough concrete between the warehouse and my inventory to build this mighty structure, this monster that is still building even now. What on earth kind of rocket site is this? I have to admit, it's an odd one. Quite look like a rocket launch site, does it? It looks more like a kind of library. Yeah, anyway, it'll be interesting to see what that's doing. In the meantime, our area fertilizer seems to have spawned trees, which is lovely. I'm not quite sure how they're surviving the waves, of course, but you know, we won't question it. They're alien trees, even though they look like birches, and they probably have very, very good deep tap roots that keep them anchored to the floor to counteract the giant waves. The waves won't be much of a problem much longer anyway. Once we get this beast built, we are going to go and lasso the moon. Not that we can see that at the moment. It's looking a little like the Outer Hebrides right now. Bingo, it's done. And to build this, it's actually not too bad. Actually not that bad. The grappling rocket, 260 plates of 50 motors, 30 filters, and the sulfur is already there. 30 filters is going to take a little while, and the 50 rotors will take a little while, but it's doable. It's definitely doable. Okay, there we are. That is a mighty structure. I kind of wish we could go in or up it, you know, like similar other games with the rocket launching platforms and stuff. But there we are. It's that's the thing. But yeah, trees, guys, trees. It's starting, this like filter tower, breathing tower thingy-majiggy is starting to actually create an impact on the surface here. So that's good and nice. Look at it. You never really appreciate trees until you're in an environment where there are none. And so it is done. Wait, what? Rocket launching in 94 seconds. Oh, okay, we gotta wait like a minute and a bit. Let's get to a distance, see if we can watch it launch. That was weirdly kind of unceremonious. Like, positing that many resources in there and suddenly it's just... Oh, it's building that. There it is. There it is. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, shit. Let's get up here. Oh, my. It's a big rocket. Ho, ho, ho. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Ignition.
I picked a terrible place to watch the rockets. There we go. Whee! Take that, Elon Musk. Mine's bigger. There we go. We did it. We've successfully attached a rocket to said nearby moon and smacked it out of orbit. There we go. I don't know whether we should continue this or not, basically, but I think that basically means dun 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 dun. Do the giant waves now stop? Because I mean that moon still looks like it's really, really freaking close. You know what I mean? So the grappling rocket is done. Deviate the moon completed. Escape from the planet. I suppose we could find some uranium and a nuclear energy cell. That's gonna definitely end it because you know it would be off the planet. I think yeah, okay. So we refine some uranium, the nuclear energy cell. But I think we get the gist of this game. I don't want to leave the island right now. I've built so much glorious stuff. Look at my wibbly wobbly conveyor belts. Aren't they wonderful? And I've got trees now. I don't need to escape. I have succeeded in my successful succeeding. Be interesting to see the waves continue to happen. I mean, I still see that wave over there. But yeah, I should imagine they just carry on as normal. And everything is kind of placeholder right now. So yeah. Yeah, Eden Crafters, guys. It's an interesting concept, combining Planet Crafters Satisfactory. I feel like it doesn't do either of them particularly well at the moment, but the combination of the two is definitely compelling, and I'd like to see this game grow and refine itself into a much more stable playable version with working logistics and actually some kind of intelligence around the whole automation systems, and so on and so forth. So that would be good, and we'll have to keep an eye on it and see how it develops. But this little prologue thing is definitely a great introduction to the concept of combining two great games into this one sort of idea. Let's keep an eye on it and see how it develops. But I hope you've enjoyed this short little series of Eden Crafters, and thank you so much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you for the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.